I know what we're doing next.
So just Chris just spamming chat.
Basically. So, are you going to do, Poison River?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, see, this is what I thought would happen. See, because you didn't get Yoshi, it delayed all of the,
That's really funny.
all of the, nozzle triggers. Yeah, because I think it's like...
Yeah, I was wondering why I didn't have any of them.
It's like 20 shines for Yoshi, 25 for Turbo, and then like 30 for the Rocket. You get the all the nozzle attachments pretty quick, because they expect you to at least be familiar with them at a certain point. He's over.
He's over there.
He's on the roof somewhere.
Oh, I thought he was standing over here.
No, he was on a roof. He's on a roof nearby.
Then he's above here. Okay, that's not what I want to do.
Garrett, Peeping Tom, Mario. Yes, he's right there.
Yeah. No camera angle goes in here. Where's he at? There he is.
Chris says you don't have to clear Poison River, you just have to attempt it.
Alright, we can do that.
Which, I've never seen you pull off the skip, and all you've seen is me do it. So, can you do the skip to the island?
I don't even remember what you're talking about.
The island's like...
Wait, whoa,
where you clip in and, yeah, because remember, if you don't do that, you have to take, like, the 10-minute boat ride.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, I understand.
So you either need to do that clip, or need to have me do the clip, or...
Nah, I'll try the clip. I'll try it a little bit. The heck, where'd he go?
He's behind the... It would have been really funny if you jumped into, Gelato.
That would have been really funny.
Did you know that the, oh, there we go.
He goes.
That the levels in this game are based after Italian words. In fact, this whole game, everything's essentially Italian because, fun fact, Mario is Italian. Yeah, I feel like they really did not try too hard on the sprites for the Rocket and the Turbo.
You did, actually.
They do not.
They purposely made it look like that.
I don't think they purposely made it
Yes,
look.
it is. It looked HD.
No, they don't.
It really
They just kind of look weird.
No, they're totally rounded off and everything.
They're definitely not like the originals. Like, I think the originals did a really
They took
good job.
inspiration from the original.
They may have taken inspiration, which doesn't mean they did good inspiration. I will credit someone for putting in the effort to make this, like, pack or this HD texture pack. I will not hold back, though, in saying that I don't think it looks the best.
I like the palm branches, honestly. It looks much better than the original one.
Yeah.
And the trees.
I think the original Mario Mario Sunshine textures do the game justice, and I really don't think that the game needed to be retextured.
I love the trees. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just doing it because. Where do I need to do this?
Well, you need
I
Yoshi.
need Yoshi. Well,
Though we don't guarantee that Yoshi has a banana.
I know. Let's hope he wants a banana.
Oh, banana.
Banana? Oh, okay. There you go.
I think one of my favorite Nintendo Oh,
nice.
What luck! I think one of my favorite Nintendo sound bites is the bananas, from Mario vs. Donkey Kong, which Mario vs. Donkey Kong is a game where I was really surprised that it got so many sequels, because I thought no one played Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Wait,
You don't need to do the fruit skip, or the fruit
wait,
storage.
Oh, so she's X jump? I thought it was Y.
You don't need to do fruit storage.
I still want to do it anyway.
It's not hard regardless.
I think I got it.
No. You got Yoshi stuck in the tongue, Yoshi. You need it to be a bit longer. Nope. Still stuck in tongue. You did X before B that time. Once again, you did X. It's not a really tight window. You don't have to, like, rush it.
Oh, his tongue is in the way.
It's really not a tight window. It's not hard. There you go. That was easy.
Yeah, well, this doesn't help that my tongue was stupid there.
It didn't help that you thought it was a much smaller window than it actually is. And regardless, where you do the clip, there's a ton of fruit.
It's fine. I want to try it over there anyway.
Can
Was
get
it up against like in this one?
no. It's the I believe it's the furthest one.
This one?
No, the furthest one.
This one.
I think so.
Dude, you better figure out which one it actually is.
I think it's the furthest one. Like, I can't, like, it's not my fault if it's, yeah, I'm almost positive it's that one. Seeing as Yoshi is getting his face mashed into a wall.
Yeah, basically.
The DEBS alerts, scrolling down at the bottom of the screen. It's kind of a shame that, like, eventually they just become static, because I believe once you beat the game, it's just about the lone Yoshi egg. Yeah, and you miss some interesting stuff. I mean, like the sarcastic, the Princess of the Mushroom Kingdom has been captured again.
It's gotta be like a perfect angle to do this.
There is a good angle that you're meant to do it at.
Well, I'm not bad.
Oh, you are bad. You are very bad at Mario Sunshine. Don't worry, that base is covered. And then when you get in, you can just run along the bottom. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I thought you had to jump. Once you get down there. You don't die. Remember? Yeah. This is not happening.
I'm gonna eat your fruit. Your Yoshi's gonna disappear right quick. You're just having a hard time getting the trick to work.
I mean, we didn't get the first one either.
I mean, I didn't. I mean, that's true. But I mean, I at least, eventually got it. Mario's doing some very awkward motions on that Yosh. Welcome back to another episode of Mario just kind of gyrating on a Yoshi. This is our third stream so far of this straight, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Yeah, we're trying to skip the boat ride. There's a clip you can do where along the seam between this fruit stand's pole and the wall, you can basically clip into the wall, get out of bounds, and land beneath Delfino Plaza. And then you can essentially get onto the bottom of the seafloor. And the bottom of the seafloor isn't treated like water. And so you can basically just walk right over to the island and spray the pipe. And by doing that, you skip the entirety of like the 10-minute boat ride. And it's one of the easiest clips to perform in this game. Like that and like the banana split are like the two easiest. It's definitely not melon skip levels, but yeah, the thing is that when you go onto the seafloor, since it's not water, Yoshi doesn't die. And for some weird reason, you're allowed to jump out of it as if it's nothing.
There's another way to get there. That's easier than this actually that was discovered. I feel like there is one.
This is one of the easiest ways if you get the right angle.
I feel like there's another way.
I mean, originally they infinitely flutter jumped, and that was hard.
That'd be terrible.
You might want to get some more fruit. So really this is a this is gonna be kind of a sunk cost fallacy kind of thing, because we're gonna end up spending 15 minutes to do this, and I'll be like, well, we could have already ridden the boat and been done with the level by now.
Basically, Chris wants it.
Yes, our one viewer wants it, so we are obligated to fulfill. Do you want me to try it? 'Cause I don't want to be here all day, you know.
I mean, do you even know what the angle is?
I mean,
Is it steeper?
I think it's steeper.
Like that?
You can try that? I think it's even steeper than that. Like, if you do it right, you can just walk right in. Like, you don't have to do this sort of slow gyration.
You should look up the angle.
What, are you gonna measure the vectors between?
No,
like,
it'd just be like a good thing for me to see. I'm gonna measure the
this is a blind speedrun, Garrett. You can't see anything.
Just go straight in.
You don't go straight in. That doesn't work. Alright. Let's take a look-see. Give me a moment. Here's some typing ASMR. I'm not going to whisper, though. What's it called? Boat skin. No, not Gelato Beach. All of them are saying Gelato Beach, but that's like exactly what I don't want.
Someone in the chat, dude.
Wow. Well, unfortunately, Chris does it.
The problem is you can't really go much steeper. Otherwise, you start walking away from the wall.
I'm looking for the clip, but I forget what it's called.
These other ones and that stuff are like,
No.
you need to go behind that. But...
And there's one you can do where it says you can get Yoshi inside of a Shine Gate. But that sounds a bit more difficult. You still trying at that, dude?
I'm waiting for you to find something easy.
I am too. Well, and you're basically doing it right. You're just not trying hard enough. Cause like, and also I don't like when I do it. I don't walk up to it. I just I go along the edge of the. I go along the edge of the wall. Like I go to the very edge of the stand. And I approach them there. And
Do you think that makes a difference?
I mean, probably not, but I tend to get a better angle that way. Also, I believe we might have reached the threshold for,
Time.
Oh, yeah, for the time spent versus time gained, you know? That's an interesting way someone does it to at least skip half the boat ride. See what this person does. This is the turbo nozzle based one.
What is that?
I'm not quite sure. I'm watching it. This one would kind of be hard to explain. You know what, I'm just gonna call it the fruit stand clip and see what fruit stand clip Mario Sunshine.
Or do we know Nicholas is the only person who does it this way?
No, tons of people do it this way. Fruit out of bounds, a new out of bounds spot. You have no. Let's see. That's an interesting way to set that up.
What?
Someone places a pineapple down and then jumps into it and gets pushed out of bounds. That's neat.
Jump on with Yoshi?
No, they did it with Mario alone.
Oh.
I'm surprised, like, I may just not remember what it's called precisely. That's a durian.
Oh no, I was just kicking him. Yeah, Hardy Durian, give me some extra lives.
There aren't lives in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Hearts.
There you go.
Same difference.
They are not the same difference. Remember back when Legend of Zelda games had lives? Specifically, Legend of Zelda 2, Link's Adventure, I think is what it's called. It's not those stands, trust me. It is the last stand, I do know that. Because, I mean, you remember me doing it, it's like this area.
Yes, it's definitely here.
Here, let me try one.
Jeez, Nicholas is gonna take over the stream.
Basically. Just what I do.
You just like straight up ran along the wall.
I know. And that's the idea of it. So you got like... I feel like there's like a specific scene you can line up with that I like just don't remember. Oh, there we go.
What the crap?
Problem solved. I did it once.
Oh my gosh, alright, we
So on my second attempt I did it, though I didn't think I was going to do it, and so I clipped in. Showing that this is very possible and relatively easy to do. Garrett was just doing it wrong.
I think you just got lucky, man.
I think I just, you know, I'm good at Mario
What's a
Sunshine.
banana again?
So yeah, as they say in the industry, get wrecked. Yeah, this is why I'm not playing, because, you know, if I were playing, we'd be here, we'd already be done. We'd just be 2 streams in, Mario Sunshine, already done, you know, Banana split our way through,
oh, Banana, please don't fall.
It fell.
Banana
split our way through, oh gosh, what's it called, is it Serena Beach, Melon skip our way through.
Get this our, like, second time. Just like this.
Melon skip our way through Gelato. And there's probably another skip that I can't think of. Surprised Chris has not commentated on my success and coolness. As you all can probably tell, I'm very cool and have a lot of friends. Because I can perform some basic glitches in video games. What are you?
How can I not do the ground pound?
It's L.
Oh.
You dumb idiot. Are you really gonna try infinite flutter?
No, I just wanted to try it a couple times. I need to get my luck up or something. I don't know.
Garrett, you roll like... You roll like a critical failure when it comes to like luck and skill.
Yeah, apparently. Alright.
Didn't invest anything into your saving throws. Just make sure to jump like I did. Like I didn't. Because I really actually wasn't expecting to get in it that quick. That was a good angle. Got it first.
But I didn't get it. So it's a steeper angle, I guess.
Yeah, you just have to be really cool and good at video games and be named Nicholas. And it works. Reggie Nintendo recognized he's in our emulator right now, and he recognized who the superior player is. And if you're lucky, he might recognize you out of sympathy.
Alright, we're gonna hope this one doesn't pick.
The Yoshi's Island series is one that gets talked about, like, only in sense of the first game. And that makes sense, because no one cares about the other Yoshi's Island games. Like, Yoshi's Touch and Go was barely, like, a game. Oh, there you go. Jump. Just keep on jumping until you reach the bound.
Oh crap!
Just keep on jumping until you reach the bound. And walk towards the island, you're going the wrong way.
I'm hitting the wall.
Uh-oh.
Bros. Uh-oh, hold on. We may still be okay.
Stop screaming.
Which way do I need to
You're going the wrong way.
Which way?
It's that way. Okay, that direction. I've never seen it take this long to get up to the bottom of the sea. Hold a hover. I think you're out of... like, double jump and hold a hover. I think you're... There you go.
Alright, oof. Nice. Where are we at?
To the right. To the right. You want to go to the right.
I see it.
There you go.
So I just walk out of the water?
I'd suggest jumping just to be safe. Oh no!
What?
Oh no.
What? Oh crap! Oh no. Nicholas, you should have told me it was because my Yoshi was going away.
I kind of just wanted to see that happen.
Dang it. Alright, I can do this. I got confidence now. Let's go, Mario.
That's debatable, Garrett. You don't have confidence. You started screaming as soon as you got the trick, which is not how you do anything in life. I could have told you about the Yoshi because I recognized it, but I decided not to because...
Nice to tell me.
Oh no, I'm the spirit of chaos. I keep this run interesting.
Is it the same,
I don't know if it's the same fruit. It can change.
Well, I should have done the storage. It is.
Well, the storage relies on... No, it
it's
isn't.
not.
It's
What
a...
is it?
It's a, coconut. There's coconuts right there. You know, we're going to spend... We've spent almost, like...
No, but I got it. It was good now.
We've spent, like, half this stream trying to get this.
It was fun.
Anyway, so the Yoshi's Island series, that's one where you only ever hear people talk about the first game, and that's understandable. Because Yoshi's Island DS, it introduces some interesting I guess, like, mechanics, like, you know, having the other babies, but, like, you really don't need fruit storage.
Ah, I do.
No, you don't. The only reason your Yoshi died is because you took so long getting over there.
It's fine. Just store a piece of fruit. It's okay.
Anyway. The Yoshi's Island series, like, yeah, they only ever talk about Yoshi's original island, which makes sense, because Yoshi's Island DS, it had interesting game mechanics, but ultimately, like, the levels got, there you go, you store the fruit. The levels got a bit too long for their own good, and the fact that you needed specific babies at specific moments, and they didn't always allow you to change, made it kind of difficult to play through and get 100% of the game, which, that's the best way to play Yoshi's Island, is to 100% it. Because, I mean, Yoshi's Island, like, 1, you know, if you didn't 100% every level, what were you doing? They had, like, the bonus levels. How could you not want those? They have the infinite item mini-games, where they just let you play them. You can't get Poochie Ain't Stupid if you don't, like, 100% like the levels. And why would you not want to play Poochie Ain't Stupid? And so the levels got really long, and it was kind of tedious to have to go back and complete them if you missed one thing. Then there was Yoshi Touch and Go, which barely counts as a video game, more like a tech demo. Then there was the Yoshi, like, Topsy-Turvy, which I've never played. I kind of want to play, but I know it'll never get, like, re-released ever, because, you know... You got in the sewers.
Dang it.
Anyway, yeah, I know they'll never re-release it because it requires very specific hardware, unless they decide to adapt for that hardware to work, or for the software associated with said hardware to work with motion controls. You already got the fruit storage.
I got it now. I used it.
No, you have another one.
I know I do. I just got the other one.
Anyway, well, yeah, that's what it was known. Anyway, yeah, there's Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy, which I don't know. I've never tried it, but I kind of want to. It's a similar vein with, like, WarioWare Twisted, which is a very good game. Like, WarioWare Twisted brought a lot of characters and concepts into...
Why did I die?
Because you didn't because you didn't
just
jump.
Jumped.
You didn't jump in a fast enough interval.
Oh,
Also, I think specific points have specific
apparently
like
that was
fewer
death-
frames.
death spot.
All of it is a death spot. Nope. Thought our stream went down for a second. No, we're good. But the yeah, so there's that, which I've never tried, but I kind of want to. Though I know it wouldn't be like a traditional Yoshi's Island game. It'd probably be more like a puzzle game. Then there's Yoshi's New Island for the 3DS, which
I own that.
I own it as well. Which mechanics-wise and gameplay-wise, it's actually pretty decent, but it loses, like, it just doesn't have as much charm as the original. And people are not wrong when they say the music is really bad. Like, they tried to go for a specific vibe, music-wise, and it just didn't work. Because some tracks are, like, delightful. Mainly because they don't use, like, the horrible, like, off-key kazoo. Like, I cannot comprehend why they thought it was a good idea to be like, this should... this
well,
should be the main...
Get there pretty quick.
This should be the main instrument of our game. Like, when you open up the title screen and that's the song that plays you, like,
That's hilarious.
it's just like, ooh. Especially coming off a series that gave us Hop Hop Donut Lifts. I don't care if it's called the Athletic theme, it'll forever be Hop Hop Donut Lifts to me. Hop Hop Donut List, which is such a good song. It's kind of sad. But gameplay-wise, the game has some very interesting mechanics that work very well. And if you can get past the music, it's not a bad game. It's definitely not as fun as the original, but but the gameplay doesn't drag on as much as Yoshi's Island DS. Speaking of Mario games that no one ever talks about, Super Princess Peach, which is a game like...
That's a game?
Super Princess Peach? Yeah, you've never heard of it?
it?
Super Princess Peach was released for the DS, and the best thing about the game is the weird innuendos. Other than that, though, actually, I quite like the game. I never hear anyone talking about it, but I think it's a really fun game. Basically, it's kind of where the idea that Peach using her parasol as a weapon came into play. A lot of it is. Or, well, I guess they sort of based that a bit off of, like, Paper Mario and well, I guess actually...
I gotta get past that sewer.
Basically, well, you don't have to do jump, like, you can do single jumps and not hold out the thing. You can do short hops and it'll work. You got it. I don't know you didn't. Alright. There you go.
Got it now. What the crap, Yoshi? What did you
If you walk into it, he'll run into it, because his tongue is still an active sort of hitbox. Anyway, so, yeah, Super Princess Peach is basically... I believe it took a lot of inspiration from Mario RPG with Peach using a parasol as a weapon, and also from like Smash Bros. Where it's her up B or whatever, and her just floating on it in general. And it changed it into a sort of puzzle platformer with combat elements. And it was really interesting because...
Am I far enough to jump out?
Yeah, you should be at least. Weird. You're going into bounds that are kind of weird, like I think because you're going in like not quite the standard direction, you get a bit stuck. And also you tend to get stuck in the sort of death bounds anyway. But Super Princess Peach, yeah, it was really interesting because I mean part of it, I mean yeah, it's a bit, I mean there's a bit of coded misogynism in the fact that Peach uses her emotions as a weapon. But in fairness, everything in that game uses their emotions as a weapon.
Can't seem to get the double jump. I keep hitting random collision that's bouncing me the opposite direction. As I...
You're getting dangerously close to some sewer systems.
It's the dude, this has the best momentum ever. It's just knocking me everywhere.
Yeah. If you'd gone directly to the island, I
I
think
got
you
now.
would have been fine. You might want to eat your backup fruit.
That'd be good.
There you go. Alright, so Chris, you've already left, I'm assuming, seeing as you haven't commented on anything. But, yeah, we're here. Anyway, Okay, Super Princess Peach. Yeah, it has like a progression system based on like money, like you get more than enough to do it.
Alright, Chris.